That's depressing, but I don't study coral reefs so I can tell you depressing stories. I study them because I care, and I study them because the more we understand, the better we can protect them. For instance,
So again, everything changes as we move into this determined phase where there's something that we can do. So again, is this the best presentation in the world? Absolutely not. There are better ones out there, but this is one of the most deliberate presentations I've ever seen. Filled with flavor elements. So our flavor elements, remember, are like going into this cupboard with all these herbs and spices and flavors, and now we can start to sprinkle some in. We use emotion. We talk about the most frustrating experiment, the hardest problem we had to solve. We use imagination. I want you to picture yourself going into the lab and all of a sudden you encounter. We tell stories like me going to the supermarket and buying fruits and vegetables. We give analogies like building up a presentation is a bit like doing a jigsaw. We give examples. We take people through a case study. We use humour. If you're funny, be funny. If you're not, don't be. Enthusiasm. You must be enthusiastic for your work. Creative practice, where we get people to write, to draw, to create. We provoke debate. We say, I think the greatest discovery that was ever made is this. Do you agree with me? We ask questions. We interact with people. We provide breaks and longer sessions. We use pop culture references. We introduce poetry or song. We alter our tone. We alter our pace. We play games. We show videos. Even think about what I've done in this session today. I've used buckets of analogies. I said good presenters are like good pilots. I told you stories about healthy eating. I have asked you questions. You've asked me questions. I gave you breaks. I played a game. We showed a video. All of these are flavor elements designed to make things a little bit more interesting, memorable, and engaging than they otherwise would be. Now, to start off with these, it can be difficult to jump in, but you can sprinkle in a little bit of flavour into any presentation you do. Even if that's a conference talk and you feel you need to be quite serious, still sprinkle in a little flavour. Do one normal slide, and then say, I'm going to give you a case study, an example of how this is working in practice. One normal slide, and now I would like to just pause and see if there's any questions from the room about this particular technique. One normal slide, and now I would like to give you an analogy, something that really, for me, it just helps me picture what is happening in this process. It will make it more interesting than it otherwise would have been. So, that's your flavour elements. Again, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to ask if there's any thoughts, comments, questions on flavour. No, all quiet. Well, what I'm also going to do at this point is I'm just going to drop a little link into the chat box with the session evaluation survey. Now, this is really important. I know the university are spending a lot of time and effort and money trying to get you the best possible help and support that they can. They can only do that if you use your voice. So please do take a moment to click through the link that's in the chat box and leave some comments. If you found that you got some useful, interesting ideas from this session,